A man knows booty when he sees booty.
Come on now.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Tom Brady should have stayed in that retirement home. He should have never left.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
The Jets are better constructed right now. They're closer to a Super Bowl than the New York Giants.
I would like.
They're a quarterback away. Corey's living in his own NFL right now.
Justin Fields is playing good. He's been playing a lot better.
You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.
Yeah, wow.
Yo, you don't like to hump? Yeah. Not a big humper?
Yo.
It's Football Friday on WHPC Sports Talk.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
That's right. Another Football Friday on WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College. 90.3 WHPC. We got a jam-packed show for you today. Got a jam-packed room. Usual five-man crew. Your host for today, Joshua Umahi, joined by Nico Each.
5 men is a lot of people. I'm not going to lie to you.
A lot? In one room, yeah.
Yeah. That's a
little too much.
Fun time, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. France.
What's up, Josh?
How we doing, France?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm doing all right. Weather's kind of pissing me off.
It's sad.
Yeah.
What can we do?
As you tweeted, it's unemployment weather. That's
Corey David, what's going on?
Nothing much, Can't complain.
Oh, try that again.
Nothing much. Can't complain. Say I should have. Then like pause.
Eric Williams, how are we?
Yo. So I was in the car eating Chinese food.
Wait, from the mall? Wait, from the mall?
No. That sound like
that place.
That sound like a good typical New York story.
Right.
Nah, look,
It's
right?
good. Yeah. They don't jam
Chinese
pack
food in the
it.
car. I had steamed broccoli and white rice, right? Until I realized I didn't have no bev. I finished the whole thing, and I sped right over to 7-Eleven. Got me a small water.
So you're feeling better now?
Mm-hmm.
You've quenched your thirst.
That's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You slammed that whole Chinese food, no bev?
It happens.
That's
You'd be
nasty work right
surprised,
there.
like I do that. I do that like 50% of the time. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, you tripping.
Eric's just forgetful. He's forgetful.
I can't co-sign that. I can't. You have a drink with your meal, bro.
I drink it after.
That's fair.
If the food is too good, I gotta drink it after.
All right. That's a great start to the show, guys. Let's start with the big news to break this morning. Zach Wilson, we talked a little bit about a pre-show. He's back. He's back in the starting role. Go ahead, Corey.
Guess who's back? Back. Zach again. Hey.
Yeah, it only took some broken ribs from Mike White and
it is what it is.
Joe Flacco needing to be on a Life Alert commercial to get it done. But I guess you won, Corey. You were right.
I mean, I didn't win. I was just
back.
pointing out the obvious. I said he was gonna get his job back.
But if it's due to injury, like, are we really?
Can't really celebrate.
Injuries are part of the game, and the way he put the
Why you egg him on? Like, why do you?
I'm just asking.
Why do you promote his thoughts?
I'm just asking the question.
Why do you promote his thoughts?
I'm just asking the questions everyone wants to ask. That's it. But yeah, he's back in the saddle, and he's got a big test this week.
We know it's reluctant. Everybody knows it's reluctant though, because everybody knows almost all the receivers in that wide receiver room would much rather Mike White. The team would much rather Mike White. But like Thanos, Wilson is inevitable.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if the Jets players are going to walk in wearing the Zach F. and Wilson shirts.
They won't.
Nah?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Oh, it's crazy. Wonder why. Well, he is the starter again. 7-6, the 9th seeded Jets host the 6-7 9th seeded in the NFC Detroit Lions. Obviously, huge playoff implications for both teams. Both currently out of the playoff picture, and both teams are trending in opposite directions. The Jets have obviously lost 2 straight. The Lions have won 4 of 5. And Zach Wilson, he's now the starter. Obviously, Mike White wasn't cleared by Jets doctors. He was saying all week that he wanted to play. There was no way he was going to miss Sunday's game, but that's the way it's going to break out. And I got to say this. If Zach Wilson, I remember having this conversation before he played the Bears, or before Mike White played the Bears. I thought Zach Wilson was going to, or had a chance to play the Bears. Point being, the Bears had a terrible defense.
Yeah.
And I was saying, if Zach Wilson plays and if he doesn't perform against that defense, then you know he's a cooked product.
Yeah.
Now you're looking at it, the Lions have the worst pass defense in the league, the worst rated cornerback group in the league. Now they do stop the run, but I mean, if you can't get your game off against this Lions secondary, you've got a real problem. And Zach Wilson, like you said, Corey, if you look at it, everything really broke out perfectly for him because he's QB3 for 2 straight weeks. We see that Joe Flacco sucks, so he's back in the backup role, and then now Mike White can't play. Now he's QB1 again. Funny how that works out. He's got another opportunity, and he, for the sake of his career, he better take advantage of it. Another key matchup, the Jets' top-ranked pass defense against the Lions' offense has been red hot. Obviously, the Jets, we know the scenario. There's going to be a 5-team chase for 3 wildcard spots in the AFC playoff picture. They're up against the Dolphins, who struggled lately. The Chargers and the Patriots, who are kind of coming along, and the Ravens. I put the Ravens in that wildcard group instead of the Bengals on purpose because they're not winning the division. I know they're still tied, and the Ravens have the tiebreaker, but they're not winning the division without Lamar Jackson. That's how I feel. So, yeah, it's going to be a chase between those 5 teams for the wildcard spots. How are we feeling about this game? I know both teams are kind of similar in the way that they're relying on their young talent. Obviously, the Lions' offense and the Jets' defense, but Zach Wilson back in the lineup, I feel worse about the Jets than I did coming in.
I just feel like he's catching the Detroit Lions at the worst time. When they are surging, it's like they're picking up their play. You got a rookie in Justin Houston. I want to say James Houston from Jackson State, who's picking up almost as many sacks as their first rounder. Their defensive line is coming along. You still have Jamal Adams, who's just a touchdown machine. Amon-Ra St. Brown is coming along. You know, as you said, the secondary is still an issue, but our wide receiving core isn't that strong either. Like, we haven't blown away teams with our receiving core. You know, there's been crucial drops that actually cost us the game. Not saying no names, Braxton Berrios. But I just feel as though you catching the Detroit Lions at the wrong time. It's like they're slowly, at the start of the season, they had so many high expectations. They failed those expectations, but now they seem to be picking it up once everybody just left them.
Yeah, I would agree with Corey. I would say, like, it's the worst time to catch them, but at the same time, like, it's a good spot to catch them in for Zach because this is going to be a big statement game for him, you know what I'm saying? Because winning against a team like the Lions, who you know is going to give you a dogfight every time you step on the field with them, I feel like if he can perform good against this team, then it's going to definitely build confidence within that locker room, and the team is probably going to back him a little bit more. It's not going to come immediate, but I think slowly but surely, if they win games like this where they should, it's gonna win his teammates back over. So I think it's a great opportunity for him to really like let people side with him.
I don't think that's gonna help him win the team back over. It's like it's already like, hey, we won, but it's almost like the Tyler Huntley situation. As much as I'm rooting, as much as like he's winning right now, everybody knows whose team that is. It's Lamar's. So it's like no matter what you can do, they're already decided where they want to go, just based off how the season been going.
At the same time, like, this is not Mike White's team. It's just Mike White's team because Zach sucks. At the end of the day, you're not going to have Mike White running your team for, like, multiple seasons. They're going to definitely, I feel like they're going to find a solution other than Mike White.
You never know. Once a team starts rallying around a player, sometimes they actually, you know, somewhat see what they can do, see if they can experiment. Just give you an example. Taysom Hill. He was the biggest experiment. Team got behind him like he was he was a player that was exciting, and like every time he touched the ball, he made plays. So they decided to give him a starting chance at the starting job that 1 year. He literally only got like 1 year to start, really, because the team rallied behind him.
Yeah, but still, like the Saints have not won a championship with Taysom Hill.
I know. I'm saying they'll at least give.
Reminder from.
No.
But that's my whole point here.
I'm saying
sorry.
I'm saying they'll at least try it. Like, they'll at least try it. Like, after the season, we don't know what's going to happen with Zach Wilson.
I doubt they'll try to go anywhere with Mike White, because if that was the case, the Jets and the quarterback situation wouldn't be the topic as it is many times.
I'm telling you right now, it's really not the topic. Like, everybody knows right now, I think Coach Sala is 100% behind Mike White. And, like, if as much as I'm saying that Zach Wilson is back and all this other stuff, if Mike White doesn't get injured, he's going in. Like, if they cleared him this week, Mike White would have been starting.
Nah, yeah, 100%.
Mike would have finished out the season.
But my thing is, though, like, if he gets this win as the quarterback, the team, and he does it in a dominant way. The team is obviously they're gonna start to feel better about Zach. That's just, I feel like that's inevitable. If you guys have a dominant win over a team with a quarterback who is just playing like complete crap, you're gonna feel much better about him. He's not gonna fully win you over, but going forward, it's gonna be easier to maybe like give him a trust little by little, gradually. That's my whole argument.
His track record speaks volumes. It's like an example. If Baker Mayfield out of the blue just had a good game, I'm not going to automatically just trust him after that good game.
I mean, everybody was doing it when he threw the touchdown to Jefferson.
I wasn't.
I was.
I said the Raiders played.
Baker's the future in LA.
I said the Raiders played stupid defense.
Everybody was on the Baker bandwagon, but who knows?
That's the only person who I know was on the Baker bandwagon was Skip. Skip Bayless. That's it.
Well, he's, as I always say with Skip Bayless, the slurper is a little much with that guy.
It's Oshigoshi. It's really Oshigoshi.
I can't confirm or deny that, Nico, but
I can.
Okay. But yeah, the weirdest targets too. He'll go from like Tom Brady to Baker Mayfield to Tim Tebow to Johnny Manziel, like just the weirdest collection of like people to stand for.
At this point,
I think there's a common narrative, but you know,
it's what he's known for. He just has to accept his role.
I can see it.
He has to accept his role in media and ride with it.
It's all a persona.
Did you see him screaming at Shannon Sharp?
Put your glasses back on.
How are you going to tell a grown man that much bigger than you to put your glasses back on? Are you crazy?
He was feeling himself.
He was.
Look. We know really wanted to be said, but we ain't going to say it. If that was any other brother, it'd have been problems.
Elaborate. You want to elaborate? Nah?
I don't know if I can do it on these airways, but you know what I mean?
Just don't curse.
I don't know. Like, what I'm trying to say is, like, if it was any other black man, they're not going to tolerate that. And you've seen multiple athletes come to his defense like, that was me. Even white players was like, if that was me, I wouldn't allow that disrespect. The way he said it and the tone that he said it was like, you going to put them glasses back on.
The pointing and everything, like, bro,
the innuendos, the innuendos of that, I was like, it didn't feel right coming from him. Like it didn't feel right him saying it. Soon as that bounced off his mouth, it didn't feel right. It's like you watched the situation with Ben Watson a couple of weeks ago, right?
Oh yeah, the joke about his wife.
Yeah, when he said that, you know he had to handle that.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, the way me personally, I wouldn't take that type of disrespect.
That was insane.
He said, we got to take this to the back real quick during commercial break.
Two-man crew after that.
Yeah, you can't tolerate disrespect about your woman like that, but I guess Shannon Sharp is cool with Skip Bayless yelling at him like he's whatever. You could probably guess.
I thought it was really funny.
It was funny to say the least, but optics, nah. All right, Skip. Let's move on to the New York Giants. Actually, let me get to this. Bam Knight, Pepsi Rookie of the Week. He's the 10th Jet to win the award this year. Now, he had only 71 yards and a touchdown against the Bills, but it goes to show you how Jets fans really feel about this young talent. Like, they are voting for these guys. Garrett Wilson's won a few. Sauce Gardner obviously has won a few. Like, they're really going hard and voting for these guys because the Jets fans, I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs, but they really believe in the young talent that they have, that they've gotten, especially in this draft. Like, it's a lot to feel good about, but
it's a deep team.
It really is, and we'll see how they do against the red-hot Detroit Lions this weekend. As for the other New York team, that'd be the New York Giants. They biggest game of the year by far. Oh, we got some true feelings about the New York Giants in this room, but yes, they do play the Commanders on Sunday Night Football. Matchup of 7-5-1 teams. Obviously, these two teams tied 2 weeks ago. Giants' first time playing on Sunday night since September 16th, 2018.
Should have kept it that way.
We
should have really kept it that way.
Mind you, we were flexed into that position. I just want to point that out. We were flexing. They wanted to see us.
Still don't change
Who's
the fact
they?
that the last
Who is
time
truly they?
Like, it still don't change the fact the last time you played a Sunday Night Football game was 4 years ago.
It don't even matter. We on Sunday night. We gonna get this dub.
I believe that was a game Giants-Cowboys, week 2 that year. Yeah, they saw...
Look at Josh. Look at that memory.
You know.
It's so cute.
I went to that game.
Flushing.
I definitely went to that game.
You did? That was the game Eli Manning was clearly washed up. Saquon Barkley had a pretty decent game. Actually, no, he didn't. He got shut down. Like, he had a decent first game, but then he went to Dallas, and it was...
That's when they had Jalen Smith and, what's the Wolf Hunter? I forgot the
Wolf Hunter?
Come on, you know his name.
I forgot his name.
Leighton Van Der Esch.
I'm going to remember that name.
I mean, yeah, it's been a long time for the New York Giants. They haven't been as good or good at all or half as good. Or
ever since the Bo pick.
We've been solid this year. We've been solid.
No, this year, yeah. This year,
solid's a strong word, I feel.
They still have
solid. We still have. What is our record? 7-6.
7-5-1.
Still a winning record. Still a winning record.
Yeah, but solid means consistency to me, and there has not been consistency with this team.
They've been consistently bad lately. The last 4 games, 0-3. Thank you. 0-3-1. And as far as some notes on this game, Landon Collins. Remember, he was signed to the practice squad a couple of weeks ago. Well, he's expected to be elevated for Sunday's game, while Tay Crowder, poor Tay Crowder, healthy scratch. So there's that. As far as Saquon Barkley, obviously he's had a couple of rough games the last couple of weeks. Said yesterday that it had nothing to do with his health. You know, he had a sore neck. It had more so to do with the defenses. They're going up against stopping the run, and that his body feels great and his neck feels way better. So
look, everybody knew we was going to lose last week.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
Everybody knew. Look, these last couple, the game that I expected to somewhat win, but I didn't figure that we were going to be the start of the Detroit Lions run. Was that game? I was like this. I thought we could have won that game, but I knew it was going to be a good stretch where we were going to lose a couple games. I didn't think we was going to go undefeated or anything. I knew it was a good stretch. We was going to lose a couple games. Now, Washington, I think we should be able to beat Washington. Because I feel like teams, when you say Saquon's been having a slump, yes, because teams realize that when you go up against good teams, you can just stack the box. You don't have to worry about the receiving core because with guys like Richie James out there starting, you don't have to worry. But the Washington Commanders, they don't have a good secondary. They have a good defensive line. They don't have a good secondary. That you could get away with some stuff with that in that secondary, which they did because clearly they tied their game.
Well, one feeds into the other though.
Both teams are having, I don't want to say a solid year, but they just like okay. They're not good. They just okay.
Well, I agree with that. I think the Commanders are a little bit better based off how they've been playing lately.
Wait,
not better.
Well, they just got Chase Young back too. So
hold on. So you telling me now? Please let me know if I'm wrong about this. The Commanders aren't a quarterback away from being a solid playoff team.
No.
Corey.
Nope. No.
I truly dislike the Friday show.
You don't mean that.
It ruins my weekend, to be quite honest.
There's no way you mean that.
Why are you lying to yourself like that?
I thought he was talking to me.
Nah, I was looking at it. I was like calling in. I'm like, what?
We got a caller on WHPC Sports Talk. Caller, what's going on? What you want to talk about?
Save me.
Good afternoon. It's John from Freeport. The Giants continue to play only man-to-man, and the Cowboys just picked them apart. And then I think Washington started to do the same thing a couple of weeks ago. That they don't, not to the same extent that the Cowboys did, but when you're playing man-to-man, you can't stay with the guy forever, and the rush wasn't getting there. So, I mean, until the Giants at least play some zone, every once in a while, I don't think they're going to win anything. It was completely just the Cowboys picked them apart. You run 5 yards out and then start heading for the sideline. That's very hard to defend, no matter who you are, if you're just playing strictly man. What's that?
Unfortunately, they're trying to play Ravens defensive football without Ravens players. Wink Martindale thinks he has the Ravens players, but he don't. Like with the Ravens, you can do man-to-man with the Marlon Humphreys, or Marcus Peters, and just a plethora of good defensive backs and linebackers. But with the squad that the Giants have, I don't think you can get away with that, especially when you have so many injuries in the secondary.
They're not getting to the quarterback, and the Commanders don't need to have a secondary because we don't have any receivers. I mean, Slayton's been picking it up a little, and I'm not even sure who else. Another one of the rookies has been coming on a little.
There are a bunch of no names, so I don't even blame you.
Chill. My boy Isaiah Hodgins, fan favorite right there.
He has been playing better. I'll give him credit, but everyone else,
Yeah, I don't see us winning this game. I'm a big Giants fan. I hope we do, but I don't. If you give me 2 weeks to study the Giants' weak defense, I'm going to pick it apart.
Nah,
so good luck.
I'm sorry,
Enjoy the
John
show.
from
Thanks.
Freeport. I see us winning this game.
Me as well.
How?
Because
We're going to run on them?
Well, all right, I'm gonna tell you how. So, I know everybody's like, Commanders are like one quarterback away from being a playoff team. Okay, I understand that. But when you look at last game and how we played against the Commanders, there was multiple times for the Commanders to capitalize on opportunities against us, and they didn't do it just like we did. So I don't know if it's because of like players or coaching. Definitely coaching. But I feel like what is there to be scared of? Because last game you played just as mid as us, so all of a sudden you guys are gonna kick into a different gear
it's
and
a
just
middle.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a middle. If you guys are just gonna kick into a different gear and then completely dominate us because you guys have Chase Young back, I don't see it happening. I do think we can still pull out the win, but who knows?
All right, thanks for the comment. I don't think there's anything wrong with their quarterback. He's pretty good.
He's all right.
Taylor Heineke, like I said, was not going to get some true blue threes or any blue on white, red Jordans, and he didn't. He ain't walk away with no Jordans.
He walked away with 1, not 2. He tied.
He did not.
Got it, John. You got it.
He didn't walk away with it. He didn't walk away with it. You don't count that as a win.
No. He's getting them after
Thanks,
this
guys.
game.
He's not
All right,
getting
John, have
no
a good one.
J's. He's not getting no J's. I'm telling you, he's not getting no J's.
It's over.
Well,
It's over for who?
Y'all better start looking at the next season.
All I know is y'all better hope y'all gonna play the Eagles in the playoffs.
I don't. Yeah,
You,
hold on. I was about to
wait. The way
Eric, he's not worth the
time
breath.
out, the way
He's not
Mike,
worth
the way
the
Michael
breath.
Parsons been talking, I could tell they ready for the Cowboys. I'm like this. I'm going look. Even if the Giants don't make the playoffs, I'm gonna have one of them like situations where it's like this. I'm rooting for the Eagles just so I'm rooting for the Cowboys' downfall. That's how I'm on it.
You see how much they hate
That's
us?
so petty.
You see how much they hate us, though. This is what because we whoop their ass every year. This is how much they hate us.
no comeback for that, Corey?
Oh no, it's
Don't
true.
laugh.
It's true. He ain't say not one lie.
Don't say they.
Look, I don't know about
be
they.
chilling.
Look, me.
I'll be chilling.
He chilling. He chilling, but you know
When
it's
they
some
say
fans
they
out there.
mean me. Look. If the Cowboys got 1,000 haters, I'm one of them. If they got 100 haters, I'm one of
He's
them.
going
If they have one hater, I'm that one hater.
Well, you can hate all you want, Corey. The fact being, though, if you lose this game, it's mock draft season for Giants fans. It is. Now, I do want to see a good game. I do want to see the New York football teams pick it up a little bit because both have been struggling, but it doesn't look great, especially for the Giants. And you got to look at 2 key matchups, like we said. Giants struggling offense, Washington surging defense. They stopped the run, so Saquon Barkley, if he's going to have a big game, going to have to buck that trend. And the Giants banged up defense, and Washington not just. I know they have Heineke and he's mid.
He's
but
Favre 2.0. What you mean?
He's mid. Well, could be. I like his personality.
No.
I like his. I like the way the team rallies behind him. In that sense, I can see it. But
I don't know.
McLaurin.
I don't know how to describe Heineke. Like he just. I don't know. Like he's just a solid quarterback. Like he reminds me of Ryan Fitzpatrick.
You're putting a lot of praise on this boy now.
Heineke.
He's like in like
Because
NBA
Fitzpatrick is way better than Heineke will ever be.
in like NBA terms, he was like Terry Rozier on the Celtics.
That's such a good comp. That's a great comp.
Yeah.
Yeah, just good production. You can win with him, but is he really your guy moving forward?
Yeah.
No, but McLaurin and Antonio Gibson and Brian Robinson and Curtis Samuel and Jahan Dotson, those guys certainly help. So it's a lot for the Giants to handle, especially with their banged up secondary. But Lawrence Taylor, he had a special message to the Giants ahead of Sunday's game. He wants the team to show me some nuts. Like, quote. That's a quote. I didn't say it. I didn't say that. Lawrence Taylor said that. All right.
Nah, it's a pause for him. It's an indirect pause.
And he told the Giants to nut up this weekend. So
You're not wrong.
Honestly,
Whip
wait.
him out.
Honestly, about the man-to-man defense and stuff like that, I'm not too mad at it because like although like it has come back to bite us in the butt, when it's a success, it's a success, and I'm not the one to like switch up on Wink because like we done let up a last-minute touchdown against Washington. But we got Azeez Ojulari back, too, and he has like 4 sacks in a couple games. So I think with him back, it'll allow us to play a little bit more zone because him one-on-one on the edge, Kayvon and Dexter, they got free space to work. So I think that should help.
Azeez is definitely a big get, and Kayvon Thibodeau's been playing great, like you said. So see if those guys can make an impact.
I just need him to actually get to the quarterback. Like he's always like 1 second, like just right there.
Facts.
And it's just like I know how great of a player he could possibly be.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on Sunday, and we'll see what the caller has to say. Caller, you're on. What do you want to talk about?
What's up, guys? It's Frankie from Flushing. How are you?
Frankie.
What's up, Frankie?
How you all doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, I called in yesterday, and before I left, they asked me, feet to the fire, do the Giants make the playoffs? My knee jerk was no. I mean, they lost 3 in the last 4 plus the tie, and I get a sour taste in my mouth. But then I went home and I looked at the schedule, and also, with Seattle losing last night, this game is so huge against Washington. Because if they win that game, because Seattle and Detroit hold the tiebreakers on the Giants, and with Seattle losing, if the Giants could win this weekend, they've got the Colts coming up, who, let's face it, they're not that great, and then they've got they got Minnesota and Philly, and if both of those teams, especially Philly, because Philly is the last week of the year, if they've already clinched and they got nothing to play for. The Giants might steal one of those games, even against Philly. And, I say, you know what? Maybe they do elbow their way in.
I like the hope you have in us. I really do. But as a realist, when we say the Colts, the Giants are the team to make the Colts look like they're something. Every game has been like 1-possession games. And then we come to the Vikings, who people think are frauds, but then again, they're still better than our Giants. So it's like, whoever knows with this team, there's never, like Nico said, there's never been any consistency. So I appreciate the hope, but at the same time, I'm scared.
I agree. And like I said, the Giants can win. They don't get blown out, except for the last game they played.
Yeah.
But, they don't get blown out. They're in every game close enough, one score. And like I said, if you got these teams that have... I mean, if you're Philadelphia, you're going to play Jalen Hurts the last game of the season if you're 15-1. I'm not playing them.
Yeah, I hear you. I completely agree.
So they could, you steal a game there. You beat the Colts, who aren't, a really great team. That's why I think if you can get this Washington game, you may pick up 3 wins out of your last 4 games, and that's more than enough to do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're not going to win in the playoffs, but I mean,
no.
Yeah, definitely not.
You still, I guess, for the thanks for the call, Frankie.
You got it, guys. Take care.
You too.
They're winnable games. Minnesota's a winnable game. Indianapolis is definitely a winnable game. I was high on them, but ever since they allowed a 33-0 fourth quarter in Dallas, I think they're headed towards a bad finish to the year. And then the Eagles, depending on how their season plays out the next couple of weeks, they might rest their starters. So it's still alive for the Giants to make it. Will they win a playoff game? Like Frankie said, no. But hey, he brought up the Seahawks last night.
I will say, you never know. Like, if they end up playing the Vikings, you never know.
That's the only team I could see, like, them giving a battle at least. Every other team, especially like the Cowboys, 49ers, like, it's not going to end well. But Giants fans, you asked for this. You wanted a winning season and put yourself out of range for a top draft pick. You have it, and we'll see if you have to live with it. But Frankie brought up the Seahawks. They did lose to the 49ers. 49ers helping the Giants' playoff chances. The Brock Purdy moves to 2-0 as a starter as the Niners won 21-13. Niners joined the Eagles as the first teams to clinch playoff seeds. Brock Purdy, what can you say? Another game he was in control of the offense. 217 yards, 2 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey looks like the Christian McCaffrey of old.
Dog, bro.
All he needed was a change of scenery, apparently. And
or a good head coach.
That too.
Yeah.
That too. Kyle Shanahan, Matt Rule, we see how that comparison's going. George Kittle, 2 touchdowns. Geno Smith for the Seahawks. Again, it's crazy considering where he was as a Jet that we're saying this is a bad game for Geno Smith. 31 of 44, 238 yards, a touchdown pass. Kenneth Walker only had 47 yards, so the Seahawks didn't get to establish the run. And the team I was really high on in Seattle just... they're... Doesn't look like they're heading in the right direction, much like the Giants don't look so either. I think if you had to ask me right now, it's going to be the Lions to break into the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't be mad at that.
Dan Campbell's got them playing hard, and if they beat the Jets especially, they're, I think, punch their ticket.
Yeah.
If they end up being a 7 seed, they'll play Minnesota.
Oh,
They'll beat Minnesota.
They will beat Minnesota.
Cold in Minnesota.
Minnesota!
To touch upon this this San Francisco and Seahawks game, Brock has definitely shocked me so much. I remember, what was it? I think I had said Brock is going to take the L to the Buccaneers. But, like, when he plays, like, he looks so comfortable in the pocket. Like, it's looked like he's been here before. Like, he's a rookie, too. And McCaffrey on top of that, McCaffrey is, if he could just stay out of injuries, which has always been his problems, I enjoy watching McCaffrey play. McCaffrey has been doing his thing. Kittle, I forgot who said on one of these past couple of shows they were disappointed in Kittle's play. Who was that?
Wasn't me.
It was probably me because I have him on fantasy.
But somebody was listening.
Well, tell me,
Kittle was listening.
He saved me. He saved me because I accidentally put Debo in there. I kept Debo in there by accident. He saved me with them 2 touchdowns.
Nah, Kittle was listening to the show and he definitely came and balled out. So props to them. They're firing on all cylinders. But I have a question. As for Geno Smith, do you think the Seahawks like keep Geno Smith in the starting role?
Yes.
Moving forward onto next seasons?
I don't know.
I think he's a transitional QB.
That's a good draft pick.
Yeah, I think he's now. I know I've been dogging some of the quarterbacks in the draft. That's Seattle. Seattle's the perfect place to go to, especially with how they're drafting right now. I feel like they give me that old 2011 type of vibe where every draft pick, even when it's not like a first rounder, even when they're later rounds, they're still picking up quality players.
Geno Smith's updated stats after yesterday: 3,670 yards, 26-8 touchdown to pick inter ratio, and a 105.3 quarterback rating. 105.3.
You see, that's cute, but like Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, you have the second overall pick.
Well, the good thing about the Seahawks position is that they can kind of split the baby, where you use the Broncos pick and draft a quarterback, and then you see what happens there. If Geno Smith continues, obviously Geno Smith, I think he starts next season.
Think so.
And then they sit whoever they pick.
Do you think Geno Smith gives off kind of like a Mike White vibe?
No, he's way better than Mike White.
I have to agree, yeah. But
No, he don't give me a Mike White. I hate to say it, but he give me like kind of a Jacoby Brissett vibe.
He's a lot better than
really
Jacoby Brissett too.
Jacoby Brissett?
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett is solid. He plays solidly. Like I feel I would ride the season out with him.
I can see Geno being like a Kirk Cousins the rest of his career.
Really?
I could. Play action quarterback. If he has a good run game, good offensive line.
Ryan Tannehill.
In that tier, maybe a little bit above, but I'm high on Geno Smith. I think the Seahawks would be smart to keep him. But we'll see what they do. They're 7-7. If the Giants lose this week, they'll still be right there. So it's not all gloom and doom in Seattle. See what happens there. Let me remind everybody that you are listening to WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Joshua Umahi joined by Nico Weech, Franz Compare, Corey David, and Eric Williams. Let's pick Week 15's game, shall we?
Okay.
Let's do it. Week 15 in the NFL. No more bye weeks. Every team in the NFL will be playing every single week from this point forward, and this week we're starting on Saturday. We have a Saturday triple header on our hands, starting with the Colts, the Fighting Jeff Saturdays at 4-8-1. They've lost 3 straight. At the Minnesota Vikings, 10-3. Got stomped out last week versus Detroit. Minnesota still 3.5-point favorites. So who we got in this game?
Jeff Saturday, baby.
Jeff Saturday. It's going to bounce back.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Ron, who we got?
Minnesota.
Okay.
I'm going Indianapolis for one reason. I need Matt Ryan to come through because Russell Wilson has been out for my fantasy, and I had to pick him up.
Matt Ryan is your starting quarterback.
You are
fantasy.
extremely loyal to Russell Wilson for still having him on your fantasy roster.
There was no other quarterbacks available.
You must love Russ.
It's a 16-team league.
That's rough.
Why
There ain't nobody good.
Why you in a 16-team league?
That's just how it was. That's just how I bought in.
Wow.
Ain't nobody good. I tried to get Lamar.
Are you in the playoffs?
No.
So what's the point?
Oh, wait a second. I don't know. I haven't checked yet.
For pride. But Eric, who we got?
This is not going to be a shock this weekend. Minnesota.
All right.
Boring.
On to the next one. The Baltimore Ravens, they've somehow won 2 straight after Lamar Jackson's injury. At 9-4, they are at Deshaun Watson, nasty boy, the Cleveland Browns, 5-8.
That's his official nickname?
Freaky number 4, I like
Let's
too.
go.
5-8, they've lost last week to the Bengals, who are red hot. Browns 3-point favorites. Who we got?
Give me Lotion Boy.
Lotion Boy. That's actually the nickname I like best. Lotion Man.
I'm going Cleveland too.
All right. Wow.
I'm going Cleveland.
Wait, weren't you big on Huntley? Isn't that your boy?
Yeah, but
He can win you games. He can win you games.
Look. The way that what's his name was talking about him, like the way that Myles Garrett is talking about him, like, yeah, I just can't wait to play him. Like he ain't say that about no quarterback this year. It's just I got a strip sack, fumble, TD against him. I think I'd get another one. So I was like this. The way he's talking about Tyler Huntley, and especially the fact that he's coming off a concussion, where I don't know really should play, and they just kind of just waiting for Lamar to come back next week.
Yeah.
So I think this might be one of those games where he might not come up as strong.
You jumping ship. SMH.
You are. That's all. You could have just said, I am off the Tyler Huntley train. You said all the words just to.
Because Corey, right? He's basically Lamar Jackson.
Myles Garrett could never scare me away from Daniel Jones. Never. And you letting Myles Garrett scare you away from Huntley. If I'm riding with my QB, I'm riding with my QB.
You know what? I'm gonna rock with him. I'm gonna go with
Baltimore.
I'm going with Baltimore.
Thank you.
You kind of.
And I'm going with Huntley. He gonna throw for 200 plus yards.
All right. Come on, chill. Chill.
I'm going in. I'm going all in.
Yo, Eric's face is killing me right now.
Make that bet right now, Corey. Do it.
While he's
Corey,
doing that,
put the
Eric,
phone
who you
down.
got?
Oh, give me masseuse man.
We got to come up with just keep the nicknames for Deshaun Watson going. I'm really loving it. Shout out his girl too. That's a loyal woman right there.
It's a great woman.
That's a
real
bag
good woman.
chaser.
She was definitely in the room asking for those massages as well. Like you.
Yeah, she was definitely.
Yeah.
What about me?
She was like, "Let me record, guys."
Are you out?
She was helping the masseuses out with the lotion and the oil and whatnot, but I can't confirm.
She was like, "Do it." Anyways,
Can't confirm or deny. But next game, the primetime game, the Miami Dolphins at 8-5. They've lost 2 straight. They are at the Buffalo Bills. They've won 4 straight at 10-3. Buffalo 7-point favorites. Interesting. It's going to be in Buffalo. Obviously, it gets cold in Buffalo around this time of year. Tua Tagovailoa needed heaters in 55-degree dome conditioned weather in Los Angeles. Who we got in this game?
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Tua, man.
Come on.
Tua lost the sauce.
I want to, Nico.
man.
I want to, but I can't.
I'll do it for us.
Nico, you ain't said that too convincingly.
It's Tua, man, bro.
Sound like
No,
T.O.
but honestly, if he gets like sacked and on that cold ground, yo, it might be over.
Yeah.
We might have part 3.
My boy Nico sound like T.O. out here. That's my team. That's my quarterback.
I gotta listen. I gotta support my guy.
Yeah, I feel you, but I can't do it.
Tua, man, 4 touchdowns.
Everyone got their picking?
I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. I'm going Big B's. I just feel like their climate, and I feel like they have just a great team. And I feel like slowly but surely, Josh Allen's getting healthier.
Yeah.
That's basically what you need, because even though he's still doing these stupid runs for no reason, like he's still doing these stupid runs. And as much as I criticize Lamar Jackson, he still is taking too many hits, especially to the shoulder and to the arm area. So
True.
they still haven't established a run game yet, a strong run game yet.
Hey, Josh Allen is pretty much their run game, but we'll see
what was it 2015, 2016 Cam Newton? What was the year that Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl?
2015.
He basically playing like MVP Cam Newton.
Pretty much, but yeah, they got all the way to the Super Bowl. The Panthers did that year, so I can't be mad at that. But Eric, who we got?
Buffalo.
All right, 4 on the Bills, 1 on the Dolphins. Even though I want to pick the Dolphins, but I can't do it. And we'll see how Tua does. 1 p.m. slate on Sunday. The Jets host the Lions. I got that mixed up on the topic sheet.
You goof.
I know. Jets 7 and 6.
Cool question.
Yeah.
These games are being played on Saturday?
3 games on Saturday.
3 games on Saturday. Yeah.
Get the out of here.
I announced that to start the segment.
Nah, I didn't even notice that. I was like, why are they playing games on Saturday? I just looked down, like, why are they playing games on Saturday?
Of course, such a goofball.
They don't play
You're
games.
so silly.
The only time I know them play games on Saturday is like Wild Card Weekend.
Oh, man. They've been doing this for years.
They have. Anyway, the Jets, they're 1.5 point favorites versus Detroit. Who we got?
Detroit by 21.
Oh,
what? God damn.
Listen, they obliterated Jacksonville. I expect them to get close to doing that against the Jets.
It is
the Jets' defense is going to be out there all game.
You said they obliterated Jacksonville, right?
Yeah.
Look at who the quarterback is.
Remove him.
What?
You saw what he did last week, right?
What does that mean?
You saw what he did last week.
Trevor Lawrence slander? Really? Why?
He's just jealous. He don't got a competent quarterback.
But Trevor Lawrence is a confident quarterback? They going to the playoffs?
They might. They can still win that division.
I'm not even about to do this right now, yo. No, I refuse. Everyone just shout your team that you thinks
Detroit.
Yeah.
Jets.
I hate you.
I think Eric's broken over there, huh?
So apparently Trevor Lawrence isn't a competent quarterback.
I guess we gonna talk about it.
All right. No, let's not.
No, let's get into it.
No,
because that pissed me off.
Detroit, next game. We don't even got to pick the next game.
Speaking of Jaguars, we're going to that game next week.
Yeah,
let's do it.
I'm about it.
Little Christmas present to ourselves.
I'm about it.
Let's go.
Jets and Jaguars.
Jets, Jags, baby.
I am with it. But you brought up the last game, next game, Eric. This one.
No, we don't even have to pick for this. Just skip.
Chiefs at the Texans. All Chiefs?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Chiefs.
I suppose.
14-point spread, by the way. Oof. On to the next one. Dallas, 10-3. They've won 4 straight. Jacksonville, 5-8. They've won last week. Dallas, just 4-point favorites.
I ain't gonna lie, Yo, I didn't even come in. I didn't even say anything about this. But yeah, remember last time we spoke about Friday picks, I was like, this should be a cakewalk for the Cowboys. Should be no problem. You shouldn't even have to watch this game. They took y'all to deep waters. They took y'all to deep waters.
The Texans gave him a game for sure.
I was like, I was not expecting that. I was like, this should have been a 40 game blowout. I was like, why is this a game?
Well, Eric, how do you feel about your team bouncing back, even though they won, bouncing back in Jacksonville this week?
To your point, Corey, I mean, can you tell me what team hasn't played a bad game in a season?
Every team's had a signature loss this year.
I love how you said signature loss. The Saints happened last Monday night, by the way.
Saints have had a couple.
But no, the Cowboys had a couple
So
where they
team.
was like
Okay.
close that should have never been close. Like them with the Colts.
Corey, they scored 33 points in the fourth quarter.
No, not the Colts. I'm trying to remember what game it was. It was some game that they were talking about.
The Texans game?
No, not just the Texans. I feel like they had another close game. They haven't been as dominant as people.
Well, they had the loss to the Packers.
Nah,
I mean, we
were
had
trash
them in the first half.
when that game was before that game happened. We were ass.
yeah, y'all was asked after the game as well.
Yeah, but
so
Aaron Rodgers historical moment.
he just lucked up 1-1.
Yeah. Anyways, Duval by 3 scores.
I'm taking Jacksonville.
What?
You know what? I've been going back
Let's
and
go.
forth. Eric, it's not the first time he's picked against the Cowboys. I can't say that, but listen, I've been going back and forth about this game all day. Cowboys 1 minute, Jaguars the next.
T-Law, baby. Come on, do it. Do it. He's on a roll after that time.
That's exactly why I picked him, because
tell me.
it's all right. Jacksonville's at home. We know, like, it's Jacksonville anyway. Cowboys fans travel, but listen, you think about it. You coming off like a weak win against the Texans. I expect the team to bounce back, but this is Doug Peterson.
You're gonna make me say this. Dallas by 30.
Dude, no.
Dallas
That
by
can also happen though. Like
Dallas by 30.
Actually, no. It's going to be either or. It's either going to be
Exactly.
Dallas by a blowout or Jacksonville in a tight game.
I don't
agree
see.
with
I
that.
don't see Jacksonville even coming close this game.
we lost Jonathan Hankins. There's nobody in the interior.
Trevor Lawrence is gonna throw about. He's gonna get sacked 3 times. Gonna throw about 2 picks. Don't call me.
He's not Russell Wilson, Corey.
No, he's not.
So when it happens, and when I call in on Monday,
I don't think he's throwing any picks though. He's been playing clean football.
That
I'm
might
playing
be
great football.
That might be Matt Ryan's style line, so you got to tighten up over there. 'Cause that's your starting QB.
That's your
for
fantasy QB.
Not T-Lo though.
Let's keep.
I'm
it
going
pushing.
Dallas though.
All right. Yeah, it could go either way.
Who
I'll
you
pick,
pick, Josh?
I'll pick Jacksonville.
Let's go!
Let's race through these next 3 games because I don't really care about them. Pittsburgh at Carolina. Carolina, though, controls their own destiny in the NFC South. Who we got?
Sam Darnold, baby. 3 touchdowns.
I'm going with Carolina as well. Like, did you see that meme of like Tom Brady just like standing in like a Carolina Panther just sneaking up behind him, like slowly saying that they're approaching?
Panthers are winning the division. I've come to terms
Yeah.
with that.
No.
They
Yeah.
are.
Is
They
it gonna
are.
happen?
Sam Darnold, baby.
Yo.
Playoff bound.
I won't. No, I can't even say that.
Eric, you've watched Bucs games this year. They are cooked. They have nothing good going on right now. The Panthers at least have momentum. They have a 4th quarterback this year, but they have a good defense in the running game. Deontay Foreman.
Not only that, but Sam Darnold's not bad.
He hasn't been playing bad. He won in Seattle last week. So. All right, we're on to the next one. Falcons at the Saints.
Tie.
I agree.
I'm going with Atlanta.
Ooh, don't look at me like that. Like I care about the Saints.
Desmond Ritter's first start.
I'm just saying,
That's right. Desmond Ritter's first start.
Yeah.
He's still ass.
I'm gonna put
But
faith in your Saints.
I want Taysom Hill to score a touchdown though.
I'm gonna put faith in your Saints.
You know what? I'll pick the Saints to win, but
I want him to score a touchdown as a receiver though.
yeah, we'll see what happens. Taysom Hill is the only exciting thing going on in New Orleans this year. Philadelphia Eagles at the Chicago Bears.
Philly, easy.
Philly by 28.
Yeah, we're all in agreement. The New England Patriots kicking off the 4 o'clock slate. They are at the Las Vegas Raiders. That Raiders loss, the last time we saw them was hilarious. That was insane.
Baker's the GOAT.
Baker Mayfield.
What you talking
To
about?
lose that way, I know everyone was giving Baker Mayfield credit, but that was zero coverage on that was right
It's
there.
a great throw.
It was, but what are we doing? Who's the defensive coordinator? We need to find out so we can call for his firing and sign a petition to get him banned from calling defense. But who we got? Patriots at the Raiders.
When Matt Patricia is your play caller, I mean, you know, halfback screen, wide receiver screen, halfback screen, quick slant, pick.
Don't forget the crossing routes too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that offense is very simple. Now, if the Raiders can't do nothing with that, God help them.
God just help Las Vegas. Period. There's
Oh no! Why do we want that? There should have never been a team put in Vegas.
Oh, did Henry Ruggs tell you that?
I would hope so. I would hope there's some remorse there.
I would hope so too. Safe to say I would hope so.
170 miles.
Yeah, that's
wild.
Henry Ruggs.
Through all the Raiders slander,
it was Vin Diesel.
I'm picking them to take it over
Disgusting.
New England. Through all the slander.
All
Because they're just known for having leads and blowing them. I feel like maybe at this point they'll let them hang just a little bit, and they'll be tired of blowing leads. So I think this week they could pull it out.
I'm sorry, Frost, but the little motion Nico made after you said blow.
Whoa. You're not wrong.
Hey.
We everyone got their
sports.
picks in for this one? Yeah, you're right.
Patriots.
I'm gonna go New England as well.
Got the New England Patriots as well. The Arizona Cardinals. Talk about a dumpster fire.
This is gonna be a bad game.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins is not going to be on this team next year.
I can think of a lot of people that's not going
Or Kyler Murray.
affiliated with the Cardinals organization
Yeah.
next year. So apparently Steve Keim took a leave of absence. He looks strikingly similar to the guy they just fired for sexual misconduct.
Besties? Twins? Twinsies.
Yeah, I think it might be a twin go on this date for me situation.
Oh, nepotism going on.
Yeah. I don't care about this game. I'm not going to pick it. All right, Cardinals at Broncos. No.
Tie.
Sure. The Titans 7-6 at the 7-6 Chargers. The Chargers are 2.5-point favorites. We got the Chargers.
Zach Turkel, your team still last. Tennessee.
They might win out.
Stop.
I'm going Chargers.
Their schedule's real light.
I'll go
they're
Chargers
gonna
too,
win
actually. Chargers and their 5 fans.
All right. Here's an interesting one. The 9-4 Bengals, they won 5 straight at the Tampa Bay
Buccaneers, baby.
There we go.
Give me Joe. Give me Jay Chizzy. Give me them boys in Cincinnati. Blowout.
Who they say gonna beat them Bengals? Nobody. All right.
They win the Super Bowl.
Give me Tampa Bay.
I picked them. I'm on the record.
Give me Tampa Bay.
What?
Nah,
what?
tweet.
Yo, you watch football, Corey? Genuinely, I'm honestly asking.
Corey, give me
every Friday.
Sunday ticket.
Like,
Corey, give me a good reason.
They just got blown out by Brock Purdy.
Oh wait, so I can't pick Tampa Bay, but y'all can pick Jacksonville against Dallas, and y'all know they're not gonna
That's
win.
a way more competent pick.
Completely different.
It is different.
Different.
No, it ain't.
All right, so Corey's on the Bucs. We're all on the Bengals to win.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. Here it is, Sunday night. The New York Giants 7-5-1 at the 7-5-1
Best game of the century.
Washington Commanders.
Tie, baby.
Come on, Nas. Cut it out. Cut it out.
A second time.
I need it.
Bro, if they tie for a second time, I'm canceling cable in my home.
Look, it's Giants by 3.
By 3.
By 3.
Washington by 1.
3-0.
No, I mean like it might. Look, time out. It might be like the Jets game where like they ended on a kick return or something like that, where it's just like a low scoring game for the entire game, and you just might see somebody get the last minute field goal.
We'll see.
We'll see. I'm not gonna pick the Monday night game. We'll pick that on Monday, but
Of course not.
Aaron Rodgers against Baker Mayfield.
Baker, baby. Baker by million.
Wait, quick question about the Giants and Commanders game with Chase back. You guys think he's going to, like, violate us?
Oh, yeah. He's going to be.
No.
I like
His
Andrew
first game
Thomas,
back. Stuff in that box.
but
like, Eric makes a good point.
It's his first game back.
I don't want to discredit him because he's done, like, he's a great talent, but at the same time, like, it is his first game back.
He's
So
got
I'm
fire in
kind
his blood.
I'm unsure of what's going to happen.
They're going to pull him out on some snaps.
Probably.
Yeah,
I
they'll
don't
rotate
think
him
he's,
in.
he's not going to get to see the field a lot as he would like, but nah, even that, like, his first game back, you got to get your feet in the water.
they'll put him on a pitch count for sure.
Eric's
but,
making me feel better.
Giants fans, prayer, meditation. This is going to be win or lose. I don't know, but it's going to be a stressful game. That's all I know.
Light a candle for your boys.
Yes. Yes. That'll do it for the Week 15 game picks from the experts at WHPC Sports Talk. We got some news and notes to close out the show in New York sports. The Yankees signed Carlos Rodon to a 6-year, $162 million contract. That rotation's looking pretty good, Franz.
Yep.
Looking pretty good. So,
Nasty Nestor.
yeah.
Severino. Who else? Why am I forgetting?
Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole.
He's still booty.
Frankie Montas is your 5th starter. That's pretty good. I know we like to hate on the Nico likes to hate on the Yankees.
You guys won't see a championship for the next 10 years.
You know what? I can't even be mad because as good as that bullpen was last year, the roster we took into playoffs let us down big time. Astros completely violated us, and we thought that bullpen was gonna be great.
Yeah, the Astros. I still don't think the Yankees gonna have to do a lot more to get past the Astros, in my opinion. But we'll see. The Mets signed the backup catcher. I don't care enough to know his name, but that might signal a James McCann trade coming soon, which is good. They're also dangling Carlos Carrasco in a deal, so we'll see what happens there. Let's get to some winning streaks in New York sports. So the New York Knicks look to win their 6th straight. I can't believe I'm saying that. They have a chance to win their 6th straight in Chicago tonight.
The teams at MSG are good at the same time. What's going on?
When's the last time we seen that? I can't remember.
Years.
I can't tell you.
94?
Yeah.
It was 94.
Yeah, might have been 94.
Yep.
Might have been 94, but hopefully they get it done. The Bulls are a Cook product. I've said this, so
I mean, yeah, they are because injuries.
no, they just asked.
Hey, booty.
Yeah.
I bet money that they had one player on their squad that was currently injured right now, it'd be a whole different situation.
Triple B's, man.
I'm just pointing it out. Before he was injured, they was the top team in the East.
Triple B's.
Nah, yeah.
Am I lying?
Corey,
Were they not a top?
Corey's
baller
spitting.
brand.
They was a top.
Big baller.
They
bro.
was a top. They was a top team.
They were a top
with
team?
Lonzo.
Yes, you're
Top.
not lying.
Because he was probably one of him and Caruso were their best defensive players.
But in JB we trust. Go pick
Yes.
Caruso up. New York, stand up. Let's go. 6 straight tonight, boy.
Let's go. Let's go. I love the energy with the Knicks and the Knicks
But we
fans
still
right
gotta
now.
we still gotta find a way to get Fournier off this team.
Oh, they
Oh,
will.
nah, facts.
They will. That'll happen. in
He was
due time.
highway robbery.
He made like $3 million the last 3 weeks just sitting on the bench. That's a great job.
It's a great business plan.
Yeah.
Man.
And then he tells
Bro's
the media,
watching basketball courtside.
and then he tells the media, he tells the media it's hard to just sit there and not help. You weren't helping even when you were on the court.
Hey, but he's hyping the team. We see him clapping on the side. Like, yeah.
He's trying to fill in like that Theo Pinson role.
Oh my God,
I
Theo
love Theo
Pinson,
Pinson,
bro.
man. That's UNC right there.
That man be
I miss
collecting
Theo.
a check, just clapping.
Yeah, 'cause I
you
don't
go.
know what it is. I never seen. I never seen somebody just be like, "Yo, I give off good energy." So yeah, I make the whole team better. I make the whole team like better, just like energy wise.
He's a mascot.
I hate to
He
say
getting
it, but
paid the league minimum just to be a mascot.
that's pretty much
He
what it
really
is.
do.
It's a great job, though.
life
It's a
right
great
there.
job. That's a great job. I would kill for that job. I wish I could get paid here, but
I guess that's how.
Soon.
I guess that's how you get all them Jordan 11s. Like he got every colorway.
Nah, that's because he played for UNC.
Sure.
on to some news nobody really cares. I'm just kidding. That's fair. That don't mean to offend all 7 of you guys.
Charlie,
I added 1 to the total. It's 7 now. I hear you, Charlie. We're talking about the Nets. They've won 5 straight, but they're looking to win their 5th straight against a struggling Toronto Raptors team. The Raptors could just trade us like OG Anunoby.
no,
to the
you're not
Knicks
taking
and-
my boy.
OG.
No.
All right, Nico.
Bro, I
Honestly, if Kawhi stayed another year or 2, would have had more championships.
They would have 3-peated.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll swear by that.
bro,
1000%.
if Kawhi likes to get on the court, you know how he get. Kawhi like to
Low
like to
manage.
stay on the bench a lot more. than
Load
playing on the-
manager.
on the
Did
court.
Kawhi play last night?
He did. I don't know actually.
I was very surprised. Like, I looked at that score and I was
Another
like,
question, yeah, cool, like this is a quick little sidebar. Like if you looking at teams in the NBA, right? I don't know why, but the Orlando Magic have some of the best young like talent. Like if you're looking for like the
Yes.
trade, I don't know how the Denver Nuggets fumbled the Bol bag.
Yeah, Bol's been hooping, so that's definitely a mistake by Denver. And lastly, the New York Rangers, they beat the Maple Leafs, their 5th straight win. How
That's
about that?
cool. That's cute. Win
Congratulations
7
to
straight
them.
more, and I'll be happy.
That's how I feel about the Knicks, though. I was talking to France about it. Like, beat the Bulls and keep your top 6 seed or whatever. Then we can talk.
Just go crazy. Just go crazy for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'll be happy.
Sustained success. That's all we ask for. But that'll do it for today's show on WHPC Sports Talk. From Nico Weech, Franz Compare, Corey David, Eric Williams. I am Joshua Umahi, thanking you once again for listening to the voice of Nassau Community College. 90.3 WHPC.